Okay, students. This is actually the part, and it is given. Uh, it is uploaded on this. This is given to you on your Blackboard as well in week 8B. It was supposed to be done in week 8B. So this is an eccentric. Uh, it has got two eccentric cylinders. This is the first cylinder. This one is the second cylinder. Okay, and how do we know that they are eccentric? So if we see the right view, we see that the shape is circular. And in the front view, it has something like a rectangular feature. Although it's cut, but it's a rectangular feature on this side, and it has got a rectangular feature with on this side with some cut. Okay, so it's actually we have got actually two cylinders. Okay, so this is what we are going to make in SolidWorks. So how I did it actually, if I come to this thing, so what I did, I made, let me do this again. Okay. This is the second time I'm making this video because I started making the video, but somehow it did not record. Now I think it's recording. So I'm again making this. So we come over here, we make a part, we click OK. Okay, I'm going to do it very quickly. And we are of course going to make two cylinders. So I will make the bigger cylinder first of all, this side, this big cylinder, and then I am going to make this small cylinder. So I will choose right view. Okay, so right plane, I'm going to sketch on this. So the units are in inches. Okay, they are already in inches. This is the sketch. So let's add the dimension. The dimension is how much? The dimension is 2.125. It's given over here. So 2.125. Okay. So what will I do? I will go here to features, extrude boss, and I am going to extrude boss how much? 1.76. So this big cylinder is actually the length of the cylinder is 1.76. So 1.76. This is done. Okay. Now I will select this plane. I have to, on this surface, I have to make another cylinder. Okay, let's make it normal. I have to make another cylinder. And where is actually, let's make a center line. So it is actually offset. It is offset by some distance. Okay, so let's make two center lines. Okay, so this center line is actually passing through the origin. And this one has an offset of how much? It has an offset of how much? It has an offset of 0.375. So you can see that the two centers have share the same horizontal line, but uh, they I mean the horizontal line is same. So there is no vertical offset, but there is some horizontal offset of how much? 0.375. So I am going to enter 0.375 over here. Okay. So over here, I am going to make another circle in the sketch over here. Okay, the intersection of this. At the intersection of this, I am going to make another circle, and let's zoom it and see whether it's at the intersection. Yes, it is. So you can see from this one, this constraint that it is actually the center of the circle is actually at the intersection of these two center lines. So what is the dimension? The dimension is actually, sorry, delete this one. Okay, go to dimension. The dimension of this one is how much? So you can see that the diameter of this small cylinder, this small circle is 1.625. So it's 1.625. Okay. So now this is done. Let's extrude it. So go to features, extrude boss. So we are going to extrude it. How much? we will exclude 8. The total is 4.88, as you can see, and this is 1.76. So we are going to exclude how much? 4.88 minus 1.76. Minus 1.76. Okay. So this is how much we are excluding it. So we have got two cylinders and they are centric. So their centers are not the same. Okay. Now let's make, a drawing of this one so that you can understand it more easily. Let's name the drawing AAA. Okay. And make the orthographic views. Let's make the orthographic views of this, what we have made. So this is front and this is right view, and let's make an isometric view as well. Okay. So bring this one over here. Okay. And make like this. This one, show hidden lines. Show hidden lines. Okay. And for this one, of course, the hidden lines are there. When okay, so hidden lines are also shown. So there are no hidden lines for front view. Okay, but they are going to appear as the hidden lines are going to come. They are going to appear in the front view. So now you can see that we are actually not little bit close, but we have this visible line over here. But in the drawing, you see that you do not have visible, rather you have hidden line. So this means that this curvature and this curvature, they are the same. This is actually the same plane. Same plane means they both have the same curvature, and this region is actually the part of the big circle. So this is what we have to do now. So we are going to go to this model part, and we will select this surface. This is small surface, okay? And sketch on this. Sketch, okay? So you see sketch 3 over here. Now convert entities. Click on convert entities. Now, because this plane is selected, so it's automatically going to convert. And these two lines are actually on sketch number 3. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to cut it actually. Okay, we are going to cut how much distance? We are going to cut this much distance, starting from here up to here. So this total is 3. This is 1.76. So 3 minus 1.76, which is actually 1.24. Okay. So 3 minus 1.76, but you do not need to do the calculation in your head. Just write 3 minus 1.76 and let SolidWorks do the calculation. Okay, so it's going to calculate 1.24. So you will see that now this curvature and this curvature is actually the same, and this portion is actually the part of this big cylinder. Okay, so if you go back to the drawing, you will see solid line converting into hidden line. Why we have hidden line? Hidden line is actually because of the back side of because of the back edge. So in the front, you do not have actually any edge. Okay. So let's, make it a little bit big, enlarged. No, this is not okay. User defined, make it 1.5. Okay. So this is better, I think. Okay, so you see that you have hidden line and you have visible edges over here, which is actually close to this. Now, what we have to do, we have to make this thing, this cut. So how we are going to make this cut? Come back over here and select, we have to sketch on this middle plane. So which plane is this? This is actually, the top plane. So on the top plane, make a sketch. Okay, make it perpendicular and do not use lines, rather use rectangle. Make a rectangle like this. Okay. And then when we come over here, we see that this distance is 0.76. And you see the center line. The center line is over here. So this edge, this point is actually because this this line, which is actually over here, is actually this hidden line over here. Okay, and how much distance it is below the center line? 0.56. So you have this point, and it's actually the depth of this point is actually a line, and the line is shown over here in the right view as the hidden line. So it's 0.56 and 0.76. So this is what we are going to make over here. So 0.76. Okay. And from the center, how much it is? 0.56. Okay. So from the center, it is 0.56. So you'll see that this sketch is actually in the middle. Now what we'll do, we'll cut, extrude cut, not blind up to the next, and in the second direction also up to the next, and click OK. And there it is. Okay. So you can see that now this is going to update, and you see that you have a cut over here. Now, this is actually because of the orientation. The orientation is not correct. So let's make this orientation isometric. When you are going to make it isometric, you will see 1 minute. Sorry. Now, this is my mistake actually. This is not the direction of the cut. Okay. So this is not the direction of the cut. So I made it wrongly. Okay, so this is not the direction. It has I chose a wrong plane. So let's delete this. Okay, let's delete this. Delete. Okay. Delete this sketch as well. Okay, so let's make an isometric. Now come back to this, and we see that this we have to make the cut over here in this direction. Okay, so I chose a wrong plane. Okay, so I should have chosen the front plane, but I chose some different plane. Now I'm going to sketch again on this. Okay, so okay, make a rectangle. Let's do it again. And I'm going to add this distance. Sorry, smart 0.76. From here to here is 0.56. Okay, and then extrude cut both directions up to the next, and click OK. Okay, now the cut is made. So if you see an isometric view, now it is, it is now at the proper place. Now let's go back to the drawing. So how the drawing is going to look like now. Now it's okay. So you can see that the cut is actually at the proper place. So now what is the next part? Next part is make this cut. So the total diameter is 1.56. So I'm going to start from here. I'm going to make this profile on the center plane. So I have to make this profile on the center plane of which cylinder? Of this small cylinder. So I'll come over here to my part. Okay, but you will notice that there is no plane which is actually passing through the center. There is no plane which is passing. Actually, the front plane is not passing through the center of the small cylinder. It's passing through the center of the big cylinder. So what we'll do, we'll go to reference geometry plane, and I need a plane parallel to the front plane. And how much distance? The distance has to be 0.375. So it is 0.375. It's already selected. You can enter 0.375. It is not selected, and it says fully defined green thing. So the plane is defined. You do not need to enter any second reference or the third reference. Now this is actually passing through the middle of the small cylinder. Now sketch on this plane. Sketch. Okay, make it normal and use lines. So start from here. Okay, so sketch on this. Okay. And what are the values? So let's come over here. So this distance from this edge to this side is how much? 0.62. So it is 0.62. Okay, this is 0.62. And what else? 1.26. We have 1.26 over here. 1.26 from here till here. Okay. And then let's show the center. Okay, so if you click on this one, you will see the center line. Okay, so this is the center line. So from the center line, as you can see, till this end, look, this is actually the same level. You can see. So this hidden line is actually because of the edge over here. So how much is it? 0.44. So it is 0.44. Okay. And then what else? So from this end, from this visible edge to the center line is how much? 0.62. So this end, which is actually over here, is actually this visible edge. Okay, on the right view. So it's 0.62. So I can enter 0.62 over here. Okay. So 0.44, 0.62, and you see that it's completely fully defined. Now what will I do? I will go to feature, the extrude cut in both directions, direction 1, direction 2, up to next, and click OK. So now this is done. If you want to hide this plane number 1, what you'll do, you can hide this. You can hide the center lines as well, which you already made. And if you see the isometric view, the isometric view is going to look like this. Okay. Now come back to the drawing. So as the drawing is going to modify, you see that it's actually the same. There is not much difference. It's actually the same. Okay. It's the same drawing which we have made. Okay. So you will see that it's actually the same. So you can see that this view is same. The hidden lines are there. The solid line is there. You have this hidden line over here. Everything is same. So if I go to this side, and if I compare this one with this, so you see that this profile is also the same. Okay, so everything is the same, except there is one thing which is missing, which is actually this hole, and the diameter of the hole is 0.43 and the depth is 0.90. So you are going to select the top surface and using the hole wizard make this, because you know this profile, this triangular type of shape is going to only appear, is only going to come when you use the hole wizard. Okay, so use the hole wizard and make this hole. The rest is done for you. So you see that both the drawings are the same. Okay, thank you.